Stars win in a landslide 8-3 victory on the road against the Sharks. Is there brewing beef between these two teams after what they did to Robo? We'll talk about all of that, but before we do, go ahead and follow me on TikTok and subscribe here. Our win was disrespectful. 8-3 in their barn, and the Ducks did not look like the team that we played to a 7-5 loss earlier in the season. The Ducks really had nothing to say about our embarrassing defeat of them in front of their home crowd, except for at the end when a cowardly move was taken by Vatrano to jump Jason Robertson after class in an 8-2 game in the third. All Jason Robertson does is score goals, go back to the bench, get on his iPad, and study how to score more goals. Leave our beloved bookworm alone. Vatrano on the play gives Robo a slash and a cross-check tap to the back. Robo slashes Vatrone back in the shins, and Vatrone loses it, tackles Robo, roughs him up on the ground with a face wash, and it looked like a little bit of a neck crank. And Gudis is trying to fight Harley in the scrum. They're picking on our non-scrapper line. I don't understand this cowardly move. And then the sheriff, Jamie Benn, is yelling at the refs afterwards. They would end up giving Vatrano a double minor for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct. I don't think we would see him touch the ice for the rest of the game, and it was probably for the best because I don't think that our players are too happy with him for what he did. And it'll be interesting to see when we play them one more time if there is anything that comes of this. So, Robo, let's talk about his night. The guy he ended up picking up 2 penalty minutes on that play. He would get 4 more, 6 penalty minutes on the game. He would score 2 goals and an assist with highlight reel stuff. He's now on pace to tie Mike Modano's record of 50 goals in a Dallas Stars uniform. He's tied for 3rd in NHL goals as we speak. He's on a 98-point pace, which would not tie, but be his second best on a personal note. And let's talk about his goals. So Robertson had a absolute beauty. Robo accepts a pass on his backhand, dekes out 2 Ducks and the goalie by pulling the puck to his forehand for the fake out, and then takes it back to his backhand on a nice drag move, goes bar down on Mrazek, who is now out of position on Robo's move. Just incredible stuff. I could watch that time and time again. The other goal that he had was a situation where a flubber of a shot lands on his stick when he's on bumper position in the power play. He's turned the wrong way, so he quickly, in a turning move, goes backhand to forehand, far side low on Mrazek with a duck right there, but failing to stop him. Another nice goal. Quick hands. Just amazing stuff. He would also have the assist on the game-winning goal where Robo would get to the puck in the near corner and then backhand sauce it over a couple duck sticks to Hintz. Beautiful pass. Hintz is in the slot, who whips it perfectly against the grain high stick side onto Stahl through traffic. Nasty shot by Hintz on that play. So the Stars have won 3 in a row, beating all 3 California teams in the process. DeSmith sets Dallas Stars history with going 9-0-3 in his last 12, a 12-game point streak, beating Eddie Belfour's record in a Dallas Stars uniform. Congratulations to DeSmith on that. At what point does DeSmith get to do a true rotation with Otter? He's putting up better numbers than Otter. He's really looked better than Otter all year. I know he's got less games, but I would like to rotate them 1-for-1 from here on out. If I was in charge, that would be what I would do and have them push each other because DeSmith looks awesome. So, um, Dallas Stars are now 11-0-1 in their last 12 second games of back-to-back, which is also a record point streak for them here in Dallas. So more records coming down. Awesome to see. Dallas and Anaheim, between the two games that we played, 23 goals, just incredible. The Stars, for their part, completely shut down the top two guns for the Ducks, Carlson and Gauthier. Zeros for both of them on the game. The Stars win the special teams battle. This is a recurring theme for the Stars. They go 1-for-2 on the power play. They go 3-for-3 on the kill. They get a shorty to rub the salt in the wounds on special teams. Dallas now has the number 1 road penalty kill percentage at 89%. Dallas is now number 11 ranked net penalty kill. Dallas has the number 2 ranked PK. Just nasty when they are up or down a man. So the Stars would have 8 goals on the night from 7 different players. Miko the Messiah nets 2 more assists. He's on a 111-point pace, which would be, again, historic for Dallas. That would top Jason Robertson's 109-point season if he can continue that pace. He's also on a 79 assist pace, which would for sure be the Dallas record, and I think it would beat Neil Broughton's record in Minnesota as well. Miko is 3rd in assists in the NHL with 32. He's 5th in points right now. Interestingly, he's 1 ahead of Martin Necas, who was involved in that trade to Carolina for Miko. And I really like Martin Necas, so it's good to see him having such a good year. And it looks like that the Avs, for their part, have made out pretty well, despite losing Miko. Incredible. So Harley would have 1 goal, 1 assist on a great night for him. Foxa would have 2 assists. He also just continues to impress this year. I'm so glad that we got him back. Miro would have 2 assists. And really, they would spread out the points pretty evenly. Like peanut butter on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, evenly spread throughout. You wouldn't see players with 4-point nights and things like that, which is kind of fun to watch. But no, they took an egalitarian approach, and you just see a lot of ones on the box score for Dallas Stars in the assists and goals department. So it's good to see everybody chip in. The Stars shot 32% on the night. The Stars were 25-29 on the dot. Get this, the shots were even at 25. The Stars can't manage to outshoot anybody no matter what the circumstances are. It's just incredible. Also, the Stars only had 8 hits on the game. I mean, we were spending so much time putting pucks in net. I can see how it'd be low, but man, that's still mighty low. I wish they had roughed him up a little bit after what they did to Robo, but there's always next game for that. The Stars would do a lot of line juggling, and I'll tell you what, I like 2 lines, their lower lines. Ben, Ritzy, and Steele, yes. Ernie, Back, and Foxa, yes. Those are 2 lines that have some sandpaper to them, some skill to them. They're good defensively. I love those lines. If they decide they don't want to touch those lines ever, I'm okay with seeing that for the rest of the season. Great playoff lines too, man. So let's go through the game and how it played out. So Bork was moved to the second line with Hintz and Robo. He wouldn't score, but I think he did get an assist like just about everybody on the team. Robo, early in the game with an O-zone trip, he would take 2 offensive zone penalties, though he would make up for it with the rest of the wizardry that he would perform in the game. The Stars would get the first goal shorthanded. Oscar Beck would get it. Foxa with the forecheck on a duck with the puck behind the net. And he ended up coming out with the puck and getting the puck to Oscar Beck after shoving the duck off the puck, who fires it from deep in the slot past Dostal. So the Ducks would then even it up right after the Dallas Stars power play expired after a face-off in the Dallas zone. Duchesne loses a puck battle in the corner, and the puck eventually gets to Gudis, who shoots from the point. Save to Smith, but the rebound is kicked to himself and put in by Paling, with Petro unable to corral him at the edge of the crease. So then we would get the game-winning goal that I already went through, so I'm not going to go through that again. That was the Robo to Hintz goal. So three goals in less than 5 minutes. Here we go again with the shootout that we see between these two teams. Beckett Seneca had a big hit on Steele in front of the Ducks bench and sends Steele face first into the boards on his knees. Steele gives him a little cross check in the back after. The Stars would go up 3-1 on a weird goal here by Steele. So Ben back checking in the D zone forces a turnover with a couple short passes between him and Miro. In the D zone, they transition with Ben making a short, beautiful bank pass off the wall to a breaking Steele, who takes it to the hole and scores on a weird shot that hits the post, and then the net comes off and it continues forward. Steele was hurt on the play, and he's favoring his left arm. He turned out to be okay. There was a review on the play. They called it a good goal. I'm not sure that it was, to be honest. I've never seen a goal like that. So 4 goals on 11 shots between the two teams. Dallas has 3 goals and 5 shots at this point. And then Dallas would go up 4-1. Harley on this one. So Mikko intercepts a Ducks pass in the neutral zone, takes the Ducks blue line, makes a short hooking turn away from the Duck along the far wall. Razor called it a button hook. I guess that's a football move. It looked kind of like that. And he sees a pinching Harley, who receives, charges through the gap in the Ducks arrangement, and rips one from the center of the right circle past Dostal on a beautiful shot, far side, cookie jar, past the blocker, and 4 goals on 6 shots, and that would be the last that we would see of Dostal. It wouldn't matter because we would get 4 more on Mrazek. So the second period starts with Robo taking another offensive zone penalty about a minute 15 in, and the Ducks get nothing on us on the power play. I'm thinking to myself, let's make this boring and take few risks, then capitalize. So weak shot on, or a weak call on Granlund, and the Stars go on their first power play. They get the goal. It was the other Jason Robertson goal that I talked about on that one. So the Stars are now 1-for-1 on the power play. That seems to be a recurring theme. They score on the first of the opportunities that they get on the job, and it's just night after night demoralization by the Stars special teams. So Petro for tripping, I thought it was a dive. I'm seeing more and more of this diving nonsense, and it drives me crazy. We get the kill, luckily. The Stars would get one of those goals from Jason Robertson that I talked about. Then we would go up 7-1 on an Ernie goal. Ernie in bumper position quickly turns and shoots it past Mrazek low. This third period starts, and Anaheim would get a goal 1 minute in by Beckett Seneca. So McTavish takes the Dallas zone and passes it to Seneca on the left wing, who absolutely clobbers a one-timer as he's falling over from the edge of the circle, past to Smith, who can't get over in position. And the kid is a problem. The Ducks, they can really draft well. I talked about this early in the league, and they've really built a team on the draft, and that's the way to have longevity. Anyway, less than 1 minute later, Lyubushkin So Lindell at the point rims it to Ritzy behind the Anaheim net, who passes it to Lyubushkin, who is low mid circle along the wall, and he snaps it through traffic, high short side in a perfect shot, corner pocket, finding a tiny hole in Mrazek's coverage of the net. It's amazing to me how Lyubushkin is not known for this. He does not put up a lot of points, but when he does, it is absolutely a Picasso painting every time he does it. Just gorgeous work. So the Stars, 8 goals on 16 shots at this point, and we're getting outshot 18-16. Yeah. So Harley with an awful turnover pass leading to a scoring chance against shorthanded here. There's another shorthanded chance against. There's some desperation here, but it doesn't matter. It's too little, too late. Looked like Miko would score a goal on a power play, actually a beautiful one, but it was called back. It did not cross the line. The Anaheim Ducks would get one more. Granlund uh, jams it in the crease through to Smith after a shot from distance rattled around in traffic in front of the net. So good to see Granny get a goal. I was hoping we could re-sign him, but no dice there. Couldn't make it work with the cap, unfortunately. The Stars let the lower lines finish the game, which was the right move. And interestingly enough, those cowardly Ducks did nothing with our grinder lines out there, right? They only want to mess with us when they got the lights of Jason Robertson and Thomas Harley and players who are not known for mucking it up on the ice. We'll see you next game. The Avs beat the Jets in overtime, so it just doesn't matter. You just got to win every game in the Central Division. It doesn't matter. You just got to win them all. Dallas stays 4 points behind Colorado, who has 2 games in hand. So Colorado could end up 8 points ahead of us, right? At the pace that they're on, winning almost every game, and us winning almost every game. The Stars now have a 6 point lead, at least temporarily, ahead of the Wild, who have 1 game in hand. They will play that 1 game in hand tomorrow against Edmonton. So that'll be some scoreboard watching for us to do. The Stars will play Toronto on Sunday for the next one, and I look forward to coming to y'all foilist with more. Y'all have a good day.